from the shotgun. They'll throw to get this one started. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete. Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. A big play for Seattle. And even 50 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Walker trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Milrow. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jalen Milrow. Touchdown, Seattle. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and
9. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 9. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. Ready? 10 to 60. 10. Buffalo 18. Ready? Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run with Walker. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Ready? Now Walker. And he will score! Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go! And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Here we go. 79 Broncos. They'll go play action with Milroe. Finding room at midfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Now he'll air one out. But throw that. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let go. Off the play fake, here's Milroe. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here just past the 30.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flat. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the run to the right. And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The extra point is good. And the Vikings will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on. Ready?
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
At the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. On play action, Milroe. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Milroe. That one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Hey, smash Bronco! Warriors.
1 quarter down in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard. Greg and I back to the Great Northwest in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
70, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing is Milroe. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now he's going to bring up 3rd and real long.
19 Lions.
Now Milroe facing 3rd and long. Moving outside the pocket. A pretty good comeback, to say the least. Not enough for a 1st down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
That's taken in. And he's going to have a Seahawks 1st down. As this defense too loose there. Gain of 19 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
He'll step up and run. He'll look forward to about the 18.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
60 bucks. Panther 60. Panther 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Out of the gun. It's Milroe. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll take this one in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Seahawks have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. This drive will start on the ground. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Receiver in motion, headed left. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well.
17 yards. And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Back to throw. That's caught once again by Hawkinson.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Emanwari. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
They'll have the 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Jonathan Grenard getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6. On the zone read, this is Milrow.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
It is 3rd and long.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Milrow. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well.
16 yards. That's good for a Seahawks.
First down, lead. Go.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's Milrow. That is caught. What a throw. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. The extra point is up and through. And the Seahawks have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
6 yards.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. From the gun, here's a handoff. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Touchdown, Minnesota. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. His kick is good. And the Vikings are back to within 7. It's 28-21. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, break. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Here we go. Here's 79 Broncos. 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11. Street. Ready.
They'll throw on first down with Milroe. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
Ready. Pat. Viking 18. Check. Hurt. Buffalo 18. Hurt.
Now Milroe. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his first grab in this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Milroe to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Again, it's Milroe. Forced to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down. To throw again is Milroe. To the outside, a catch made by Moore. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And the Seahawks going to be set up with first and goal. This play moves them down to the 1.
That's good.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing again, it's Milroe. He's got it at the 3. And he's got another one. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first half touchdowns.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Short kick taken just inside the 20. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let one fly for Addison. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown Seahawks. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
Now this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what...
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin. Flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't complain. Doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night. And I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice, then I teleport. Got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan. Then I ghosted out in a minivan. Mic in my hand like a waffle cone. Spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job, but I'm on the clock. And you can't stop me, cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks till the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO. Then I moonwalked in a UFO. Mike my shoes with a Christmas wreath. Dropping these bars while I brush my teeth. Flipping this verse like a boomerang. Landed on stage in your backpack filled with